guys, so today I'm in Tokai and I'm going to watch sumo. Now sumo is something interesting. I'm still learning about it, and I watched some Netflix show about sumo and it got me hooked. If you've ever been curious about sumo wrestling, this is the episode for you. I'm going to explain the rules and the rituals that happen in a sumo match. Look how huge these guys are. These are warriors. This is what peak male performance looks like. First of all, the ring where the matches take place is called the doyo, and it measures about 4.5 meters. The rules of sumo are simple. You need to force your opponent out of the ring to win, or make him touch the ground with any part of his body aside from the bottom of his feet. Slaps, pushing, pulling, and throws are allowed. Poking the eyes, kicking, and hitting vital spots are not allowed. You don't necessarily need to take down your opponent. Even a fingertip touching the ground is a victory. The funny thing about sumo is that there are no weight classes, meaning a rikishi might find himself facing a very dangerous opponent who might be half his size. Guys, sumo wrestlers are huge up close. Even the young ones, like the teenagers or those in their 20s, they're really big. Sumo is more than 1,000 years old, and it's the oldest sport in Japan. Sumo wrestlers are called rikishi in Japanese, and they are ranked based on their abilities. There are 10 ranks in sumo, and the highest rank is called yokozuna. The 5 highest ranks are the top division, and it's called makuchi, and there are only 42 rikishi allowed in the top division. The sumo ranking system is called banzuke, and is updated after each of the 6 annual Grand Sumo tournaments. The Grand Sumo tournaments usually last for 15 days, and the rikishi with the most victories at the end of the tournament is the winner. The higher the rank, the bigger the name appears on the banzuke. So sumo wrestlers are divided into East and West teams. However, they play as individuals. Now let's talk about the rituals. There are many rituals carried out in the doyo. Before the top division matches start, which are like the real matches, there is a colorful entering the ring ceremony called the doyo ire that takes place. The rikishis from one team walk down the aisle in reverse order of rank, wearing ceremonial aprons called kesho mawashi. These aprons can cost between $2,500 to $3,500 each. After one team is done with their ritual, the other team enters from the opposite side and does the same. There's also a ceremony where the yokozuna is dressed in the ring by the other rikishi. Now remember, yokozuna is the highest rank, and it's the leading role. Ever since they started the ranking system, there have been less than 100 yokozuna. Now bear in mind there could be about 800 sumo wrestlers at any given time. Now sumo is more than 1,000 years old, and it started as part of a religious festival. It eventually became a sport, but the tradition and rituals remain. As you see here, the yokozuna is being dressed with a massive braided hemp rope weighing between 11 to 15 kgs. This rope is tied in a bow at the back and ornamented in the front with strips of paper hanging in zigzag patterns. This zigzag pattern is a familiar religious symbol in Japan. So the yokozuna plays the leading role in the entering the ring ceremony, and he's accompanied by fellow senior rikishi. When the yokozuna claps his hands, he's attracting the attention of the gods. Then he extends his arms to the sides and turns the palms upwards to show that he's not concealing any weapons. Then at the climax, he lifts one leg very high and then sends it down with a stomp. This stomping on the ground is symbolic of driving evil away from the doyo. This movement is called shiko and is practiced by every sumo wrestler.
Every sumo wrestler goes through a series of symbolic movements to cleanse his mind and body. They symbolically wash their mouths with water as a sign of purity and clean their bodies with a paper towel. Certain motions are repeated from the yokozuna's entering the ring ceremony, the raising of the arms to the side as well as the stamping of feet. Each rikishi also scatters a handful of salt to purify the ring. This salt throwing is also supposed to ensure him against injuries. Only those in the top division are allowed to perform the salt throwing. This part of the ritual, where the rikishi squat and stare down at each other, is called the shikiri. It's a kind of cold warfare, an intimidation tactic. They go back to their corners for more salt, scatter it and return. The maximum time limit for a sumo match is 4 minutes, but in the past there were no time limits, so they would go on and on with the intimidation until they were ready. When it's time for the fight to begin, the referee gives the signal with his fan and keeps an eye on the movements while shouting words of encouragement. Sumo matches only last a few seconds, so the build-up and intimidation is very important. The referees are called gyoji, and they also have rankings. Only a top official can officiate the top matches involving a yokozuna. On the side of the doyo, you have judges who wear black kimonos. Judges are like VAR in football. They can climb into the ring and settle a matter amongst themselves if there is room for confusion or debate. The judges also have the power to overrule a referee's decision and to order a rematch. Now, it's not like the whole tournament is super serious. There are also some skits and some funny sumo wrestlers. These guys really impressed me and made my day. They are the true definition of how not to do sumo.
Referees may look simple, but they are not to be messed with. Most of the sumo matches are pretty intense and fast, and from what I saw, size really does matter. At the end of the tournament, one of the rikishi dances with a bow to signify the elation of victory and the conclusion of the tournament. So the sumo event is finally over. I must say, I didn't expect it to be that entertaining, and it looks like that is the definition of peak male performance. Just think about it. Think about what I'm telling you. What's the six-pack for? I keep telling you this stuff. When I was on Mount Fuji, I was asking, what's the six-pack for? I showed you what sumo is, and I hope you enjoyed it. Also, consider subscribing for my membership, okay? So that you get exclusive access to some videos earlier than others, and also just some videos for members only. So sign up for membership. It's just next to the subscribe button, okay? So until next time, bye-bye guys.